business.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. All right, this is a people business. Most of us have never been in a people business. We go to work, we work for a boss. We really don't interact and have to worry about meshing with all kinds of different personalities. And what you find when you're in a people business is that there are all kinds of different personalities. And when you understand the personalities, it will make your job so much easier, because then you don't take it personal. So, back in the days of Hippocrates or whatever, he's the one that discovered that there are personality temperaments. And, yeah, this is great. Okay. There's a really, really good book called Personality Plus. It's by Florence Littauer, Littauer. You can go on Amazon and buy it. This is one of the most basic, fundamental books on understanding the temperaments. There's a test in there that you can take. You can also, on the journeytodiamond.com that I gave y'all earlier, log in, believe, password, do it now. There's a personality test in there as well, online, that you can take. It's important that you know your personality and then learn the other personalities, because then you'll be able to know how to better to relate to people. So, Hippocrates said there were 4 basic temperaments. Everybody has some of each of those temperaments. Most people have 2 predominant temperaments, and 2 that are not as dominant. Okay? 2 of them are introverted personalities. They keep to themselves, they're quieter, and 2 are extroverted personalities. They don't meet a stranger, they're very outgoing. So, in this book, Personality Plus, the author refers to the personalities in the terms that Hippocrates used, which is phlegmatic, sanguine, choleric, and melancholy. Don't worry about those. For our benefit, with It Works, we have gotten the personality that's on Journey to Diamond deals with red, blue, yellow, and green. So you're going to hear people say, oh, I'm blue, or I'm yellow, or I'm green, I'm red. So when you take the test, again, these are not absolutes. There is a disclaimer here. It's not absolutely exactly as you are, but you're going to find out, oh my gosh, that so fits me. It also is not to be used as an excuse for saying, well, no wonder. I'm lazy because I'm this color, or I'm disorganized because I'm that color. That's just who I am. Well, that's not an excuse. It's also not for you to point fingers at saying, that's why you do what you do. Oh my gosh. You know, it's designed for you to learn, to be relatable, to know how to deal with people. So, let's talk about it. So the first one I want to talk about is blue. Susie's blue. Okay, your blue personality is going to be an extroverted. They're very outgoing, very bubbly, very friendly, very enthusiastic. They're full of life. They are the life of the party. They walk into the room and everybody knows they're there. They come in, they are radiating all over the place. They dress pretty boldly. You know, they usually are going to be outlandish in their style of dress. They're bold. You know, so every single personality has strengths and it has weaknesses. The goal is for you to work on your strengths, develop those, really get to the core of what your strength is as your personality. Whenever you have determined what it is by taking the test, then you work to develop those strengths and then work on dealing with the weaknesses. So the weaknesses of a blue is they're very disorganized. They're very scattered. They're very forgetful. They repeat over and over. They talk a lot. They're excessive in their talking. They are, they're loud, they're boisterous, they have a loud laugh. They're life of the party type people. They are the party. When you hear a blue talking, they're going to be talking about fun. How fun it is. So when you recognize that you're talking to a blue person, you're going to talk about how much fun we have. You're going to talk about how, awesome. We get to travel. We get to go neat places and everything. See, a blue personality is very spontaneous. If you call up a blue and say, hey, let's go to Vegas, they're ready. They're going to go. They don't need advance notice. They're ready to go at the drop of a hat.
Let me get my toothbrush.
Right? Okay, so that's the blue. The blue is, they don't like organization. You can kind of tell if you walk into a blues closet, it looks like a volcano erupted in there. Nothing's in its place. Nothing is organized. It's a mess, actually. They got stacks here and there of everything. Their office is a mess. Their desk is a mess. Everything's a mess. But they're having fun. And you can tell a blue parent, too, because they let their kids do things. And they let their kids just do things, oh, that'll be so much fun, let's do that. And there's a house that all the kids want to go to. Because their parents are, that parent is fun. A lot of fun. Okay? So that's the blue. Then you've got red. Red, okay, there's a red, there's a red. So how many are blue? How many think they're blue?
I'm blue.
I'm blue. Part of it. Part's blue.
I've got some blue for sure.
Okay.
I got a big blue.
Red. Red is the other extroverted personality. Now, red are your very goal-oriented, driven personalities. They're natural-born leaders. They're very, they're driven. I mean, they're strong. If you think of General George Patton, the movie Patton, that's a red. They tell it like it is. They're very opinionated. They will speak before they think. And sometimes they can hurt people's feelings. And they don't mean to. They're just telling it like it is. They have very little patience for imperfection. They have very little patience, period. When, the red, when you have a person who is highly dysfunctional in red, they are bossy, critical. Nobody can do it as good as them. They are very opinionated. They're very tactless.
Why don't you stand up here?
But reds, you got to have reds. Reds are decisive. They're strong. They're just, they're going to get the job done. They're the ones that are going to say, do this, do that, do this, do that, do that, and get it done. You've got to have reds in your business. You've got to have blues in your business. Blues are going to keep it fun. Reds are going to get it done. Okay? So, based on that, how many think they're red? Okay? Reds? All right. Then we got green. Okay, greens are, you're very organized, analytical, very cautious, very, they have to think everything through. They're planners. They're chart makers. They're graphs, maps. They're all about planning. They know exactly how many toll booths there are on the way on their vacation. They'll have exactly the right amount of money. They know exactly where they're going to go. They know when they're going to leave, what time this and what time that. They're very organized. They're not spontaneous at all. They have a really hard time with change. They're very inflexible at times. My daughter, for a perfect example, I'm blue. I'm spontaneous. I don't plan things. I just think, oh, let's go to the movies. I'll call her. Hey, let's go to the movies. Mom, why didn't you call me yesterday? I need to put that down on my calendar. But that's why I hired her to be my assistant, because she keeps me straight. She's all about the numbers and all about the figures. A green personality, you've got to have them in your group because they know all the rules. They will read every single policy and procedure. They know, they are rule followers. A blue will break the rules if they can. They'll bend them anyway. So will a red. They'll ask for forgiveness later. But a green, By the book. By the book. Very, very analytical. Their drawers are all color coordinated. All their socks are lined up. Their desk is neat and orderly. Everything has its place. If anything's out of place, it bothers them. Their closet is color organized. All the jeans in one spot, all the shirts in another, and they're all color coordinated. How many think they're green?
You described my closet, but
Yeah. Well, you might have some green.
blue.
It's only because my daughter organized it.
You know, there is some blue and green.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, and then the last person, yes, ma'am.
Can you be a combination?
Yes. Absolutely you can. And you'll figure that out on the test. So the last personality is yellow. Yellow, think about Sunny. Yellows are nice. Yellows are quiet. The greens are quiet too, for the most part. They're more of the introverted personality. So the yellows are very friendly. They're very nurturing. They're very family oriented. They're the ones that don't like to be in the front of people. They don't want to be center stage. They're a friend to everybody. They like the underdog. They are very content just watching television. They don't want to, they're not going to get out and do something. A lot of times they'll judge whether or not they're going to do something based on how much is involved. If it's too hard, they're not going to do it. If it's too much trouble, they're not going to do it. They are,
Not men.
huh?
That men are yellow.
Not all of them. They're very cordial. They're very accommodating. They don't like to rock a boat. They're very even-keeled. In fact, a lot of times you can't tell if they're excited or if they're mad or if they're glad, or they're just kind of just there, So yellows want to keep peace. Yellows don't like arguments. A red will argue with you. Oh my gosh, they love a good argument. And the reds will argue with you, be mad, call you names, whatever, and then they're done. And if you were at the yellow end of that, the yellow one's over in the corner licking their wounds, and the red one is done. They don't want to know why you're over there. What's wrong with you? And the yellow will actually feel very wounded. They get their feelings hurt. And if you get a yellow in a corner and you push and push and push long enough, they will come out fighting. So be careful with the yellow. They'll only take so much. But a yellow is very nurturing. They are, like I said, very family oriented. They are, you got to have some yellows to just keep the peace. They're mediators, and they're the followers. They're going to follow. They're loyal. Okay? So that's a yellow. How many think they're yellow? Okay. I'm a blue yellow.
Blue yellow.
I'm a blue yellow. My husband is a red green with a little bit of blue. Oh no, more yellow and hardly any blue.
The blue he got from you, I bet.
Well, he struggles.
It's rubbed off on him some.
But it's all, again, you can have a combination of all four of them, with two being predominant, and the other two being a little bit less. But the goal is to be the best of whatever you are. Work on your weaknesses. Bring yourself up into a highly functioning blue, yellow, or green, red, or red, green, blue, green, whatever. Blue, green, they kind of clash, But people are that way. So it's very important. Take the test, study it. It'll help take things from being personal to understanding why that is. When Blair and I first learned about personalities, it was through that book, Personality Plus, and I was a blue. And the blue, one of the things about a blue is they thrive on compliments. Blues want to be told all the time that they're doing a good job and that they look good, and that they, it's great, great girl, you're doing good, And I would fish for a compliment from Blair all the time. I mean, anytime we were gonna go out, this was in the beginning of our marriage and all, I mean, when we were gonna go out on a date, then I would just get all dressed up and I'd get me a new outfit and I'd be in the mirror just, you know, putting on my eyelashes and putting my lipstick on and thinking, this time he is really gonna say how good I look. He is really gonna say it this time. And I'll walk out and he'll be like, well, it's about time. We are late. We are always late because blues are late to everything. So it's late. And I'll go, I mean, I would be totally deflated. And I would go, do I look okay? Yeah, come on, let's go. You look good. You always look good.
Fine. You look fine.
You look fine. You know, that's not what I wanted to hear. I wanted him to go, woo, girl, you looking good. You know, and he never would do it. And it would just kill me inside. It would just kill me. And I knew he loved me. He was the type that, yeah, I told you once, I don't need to tell you again. You know? So we learned about this, and I'm reading right there in black and white, it says blues thrive on compliments. And I'm showing it to Blair, and I'm like, look, it thrives on compliments. And then he's flipped over to the red, and he goes, look, does not give compliments. It's right there in black and white. Does not give compliments. So, but because of that, he's learned that that is something that makes me feel good. And I've learned if he doesn't do it, not to take it personal. So we kind of meet in the middle. You know, if he doesn't give me that, I'm okay. But if he does, I'm even better. You know, and he knows that. So now he does little things that make, I mean, tiny little things make the difference to me. It doesn't matter. It could be the tiniest thing. Today, when I got in the car, he had a pink sheet of paper, and he put on there, Happy Valentine's Day. Now, yesterday was Valentine's, but he said, Happy Valentine's Day, will you be my Valentine? Yes or no? And he had his little box. And then he said, I love you with all my heart. Have a safe trip to Memphis. So, I mean, that just meant the world to me. You know, so it's those little things. When you recognize your personality, you'll know how to relate to people. You'll know how to relate to your kids. You know, how many kids are yellow that would rather be reading a book rather than out there on the field playing ball? And we as parents force that little yellow personality that doesn't want to be out there, that has no desire to be in front of anybody on center stage or whatever, and we're forcing them to get out there and play and be competitive, and they're not. You know, so when you understand that, you can really relate to your kids better. And the red kid that's over there bossy, 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 telling everybody what to do, you just got to challenge them. They're competitive. They're the ones that want to play sports. They're the ones that are going to compete in competitions and things like that. So it's just really important that you guys learn the personalities, learn how to relate to people, learn to give grace to people. You know, it really, most people are not trying to hurt you. Okay? And if you can do that, you're going to be so much better off doing that. And in closing, we've got about 15 minutes here. I just want to, you know, just tell you guys, again, this is a huge business. What you have your hands on is so special. It's unlike any business that's out there right now. Blair and I were in network marketing for 15 years before we got introduced to It Works. And it wasn't for lack of effort. We were just in the wrong thing at the wrong time, wrong marketing plan, wrong product, whatever. You know, this
Right
is the
people.
right time. Oh, the right people, that's right. But we were, with It Works, when you can make money from day one, and you're with a company that's been around for 13 years, we're going into our 13th year, we're one of the most recognized in the field today as the fastest growing network marketing company. We've been in Success from Home magazine the last 3 years in a row. You know, they don't do that to companies that are not legit. They do not offer and put awards for momentum from the direct selling news if we weren't legit. They wouldn't call us It Works if it didn't work. You know, so you got to remember that. You got to know that when people, you know, for whatever reason tell you no, or they call you up and they say that thing didn't work, you got to know that it does work. Maybe it didn't work for that person the first time, but it might the second time. Or it might the third, it may take 4. So don't let anybody shake your tree, is what I'm trying to say. You know, you got to know that you're in the right business at the right time with the right people. And I'm telling you, Mark and Cindy Pentecost, if you guys have not met them, you really don't know what you got your hands on until you really do meet them. And you hear from their heart, and you see that these people are for real. You know, they pray over this company every day. They pray over every single one of us. Cindy Pentecost is one of the biggest prayer warriors that I know of. And she is constantly on her knees praying for this company and praying for every single one of us. And they love us, y'all. They really do. In the 8.5 years that I've been involved with this, they have never taken money away from us. They have only added to us. There's other companies out there that as soon as their distributors start making money, they change the deal on them. Anybody have that happen to them? Happens a lot. So you can't get distracted. First of all, you got to decide, is this the company for you? If you think that this is going to get you your dreams, you got to determine what your dream is, then you just got to go to work. And if you guys can do that, and if you can go to work, I promise you, it will not disappoint you. You'll be making money. You'll be changing people's lives. For me right now, you know what? I'm excited and I'm happy and never thought I'd ever be a millionaire. You know, that's just so crazy. If you guys knew me, I mean, y'all know me for a long time. I mean, I'm just me. I grew up in a family that didn't have a lot. You know, I was the oldest of 5 kids. I was very yellow. I was very inhibited. I was always afraid of what people thought. I was always afraid of standing out. I didn't want to stand out. Always worried about how I looked or how I acted or what I said. Were people making fun of me? You know? Can anybody relate to that? You know, I never did quite fit in with that popular crowd, that clique, you know, all them pretty girls over there that always seem to have it going on and all the guys asking them out and everything. You know, I never had that. You know, I just always felt like I was less than. But I can tell you, if somebody like me can do this, y'all can do this. I mean, you know, God has been preparing me. I never even realized that I was born to do this. And you guys, y'all are not here by accident. You know, God has given you a gift. He has given you an opportunity. And along with that comes responsibility. And so he's going to bend you, he's going to mold you, he's going to shape you, he's going to give you, he's going to give you a lot of struggles. I can promise you. If you're going to build this big, it's not going to happen just easy peasy. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. But I can tell you it's going to be worth it. Anything worth doing, worth working for, and worth like this, it's worth doing it, you guys. It's always going to be a little bit hard or a lot hard. Depends on where you are. Depends on your confidence level. It depends on, you know, if you don't have very much confidence, and it's going to take a little bit for you to gain a little bit of confidence so that you can, you know, step out of your comfort zone a little bit. So I don't know how long that'll be for you. I just know that every single one of us have to go through some change if we're going to make a big, big splash in our world. If you're going to impact people, God's going to change you first. I can promise you, he's going to change you. He's going to change you from the inside, big time. So any books that you can read on self-improvement, I mean, we've got in our back office, we've got Success on Demand. If you don't know that, it's back there. That gives you access to books and tapes and audios and things that you can read, articles, videos to watch. That'll help you to build who you are, because you have to do that. Yeah, you're going to go out and make a little bit of money without changing, but if you want the big money, if you want the life-changing money, you have to change. Because, again, to whom much is given, much is required. So I'm going to tell you that this is just not going to happen like a piece of cake. It's going to be hard. And you will work, you'll cry, you'll laugh, you'll be amazed at what you can do. I'm amazed all the time at what I've been able to do. Because I know where I came from. And if I can do it, you guys, y'all can do it. I promise. I just promise. Okay? So, that's it. Yay.